Hey guys, Matt with CJ Off-Road here. Now, if many of you have driven cars in the past, you know that those annoying lights on the dash can really become cumbersome, and if you don't know what to look for, can actually really turn into some bigger issues. Now, in today's video, we're going to talk about DTCs, or Diagnostic Trouble Codes. That is basically, in a sense, when your check engine light comes on in your vehicle and gives you an error code to what's going on inside of your Jeep or other off-road or basically on-road vehicle that comes with an OBD2 port. Now, a diagnostic trouble code is basically your computer interacting with your vehicle and sensing an issue somewhere in the system. This could be anything from a tire pressure light, it could be all the way to an evaporative system, it could be a miss in a cylinder, it could be spark plugs, it can be a ton of different things. And for some people, when this light comes on, it really does take you back and you instantly think that you have to take it to a shop, take it back to the dealership to get it checked on. And in this video, we're going to talk about what a diagnostic trouble code is, and when you actually get a hold of one, how you can check it yourself and see if it's something that you can simply do right there in your driveway or if it needs to go in for more service. Once again, these are just tips for you to follow along and see if you can figure it out yourself before taking it in and perhaps spending a bunch of money that you don't need to. Definitely consult your vehicle maintenance guide as well as your owner's manual before you do this. And if you do decide to use a small code reader and actually pull up a code from what you're getting an issue with, you can take a look on our CJ Resource Center where we go through all sorts of diagnostic trouble codes. And if you have an Apple or a Windows system, you can actually use the Control F and find that exact code and see what it is. Once you have that exact code, you can use Google and a bunch of other search engines to go through and see if others face the same issue with your year, model, and make, and see what some of the common fixes are. Some issues like an evap leak, which cause a pressure deficiency in your system, are going to be caused by a simple fuel cap on the back of the Jeep. Now, you wouldn't want to take your Jeep all the way into a service dealer or anything like that just to fix a small fuel cap leak when you can just tighten it up and that code will go away. But today's video, we're going to show you how to plug it in and also some things to look for when you're looking for some DTCs in your off-road rig. Now, right now we are just using a simple scan tool in my 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon. Now, what I would recommend for you, especially if you have it lifted and modified like I do, will be to check out the Superchips Flashcal F5. Now, we don't have one yet for the Jeep Gladiator. We actually have it on order. It's a brand new part for them, so we just got it coming in. What that'll allow you to do is we've installed it in some JLs and other vehicles. You can change a lot of the parameters in the factory computer. Now, what the benefit of that is you can change tire size, you can change gear ratio, turn your TPMS lights on and off, and go through a lot of those features, as well as use it as a scan tool. So you really get a lot. It's a great bang for your buck, and it's just over 200 bucks, so it's definitely a great tool to have. If you do lift and modify your vehicle, you're gonna have to go back to the dealer if you have a JL or JT to change the tire size, and that's gonna cost you every time you do so. So definitely check that out. We'll drop a link below to that product. But for right now, what we need to do to plug our scan tool in is put our key in the Jeep and turn it to the run position. Now, we went in the run position without the vehicle being on and the engine started up, so you know everything's beeping behind me. And then we will plug our OBD2 port right down below. So you can see the screen is starting to load up here. Now, this shouldn't pull anything because I have no check engine lights, but I'll show you what to click in order to check your check engine lights and then also what you can do to clear them. This is an SCT unit. This is one we have laying around the shop that we use on a lot of vehicles. So it's nice to just show an example of it here. So inside of here, we have a couple different options. Like I said, this is just a generic one, so this isn't going to be something that you'd have. You'd have the Superchips unit, which is a smaller, taller screen. But we're gonna go into the vehicle functions here. And in here, you have two different options. So you've got read DTCs and clear DTCs. Now I'm gonna click read, and it says turn key on. So now it says can't read codes, and that's basically because we have no codes in the Jeep, which is a great sign. Now, if there were, you're gonna go back into that and just click clear DTCs, so clear diagnostic trouble codes, and you'll be good to go. Now, I will recommend if you are clearing diagnostic trouble codes, make sure that the problem is fixed before you do so. Don't just ignore the problem and click clear because you can, because if it is a more serious problem, it could do more damage to your vehicle. But overall, that's just a simple way of using any one of these tuners. You're going to have an option to read them and then clear them. So definitely click read first, go over to our article and see what your code is. If you can clear it and get it fixed yourself, great. If you can't, it might be time to take it in for some service. Well guys, I hope that you enjoyed this short video on DTCs, well known as diagnostic trouble codes. Now, obviously these can be a huge issue if you see them pop up on your dash, and my opinion on this and what I want to tell you guys is don't freak out instantly. You might be running into just a simple issue that you can fix in your driveway and get your Jeep back on the road or other vehicle back on the road quite easily. Now, these are all just recommendations on what you should do. Obviously, check your owner's manual and consult with your dealership if you have any warranties or anything like that on your vehicle before you do this. But these are just some simple ways that you can check it right there at home and even pick up some cool parts from us here at CJ's to help you change all the parameters on your Jeep and make it perform a heck of a lot better for you. Now, until next time, definitely check out that resource article where we have all those codes listed out for you. It's your one-stop shop, and you can go on there and hit Control F and find the exact code you're working with. We also got a ton of other great articles in that section where you can check out all sorts of info on Jeeps, heck, Mustangs, trucks, and all sorts of other cool car info, so definitely drop on by that. Until next time, guys, hope you guys are staying safe, staying home, and I'll see you out on the trail.